some exciting Season 9 Go Battle League news has been dropped. New cups, move changes, and all new Go Battle Day. In this video, we'll talk all about it. Season 9 starts this Monday, August 30th, 1 PM PDT, or for my Europeans, 10 PM Central European Time. And as always, you will receive your Season 8 end of season rewards the moment you press the battle tab after the new season has started. And be ready for it. Because of an Stardust error earlier in the season, where we were receiving less of it, we will be receiving double dust for end of season rewards this season. Which means we will get 200k dust instead of the usual 100k dust. If you've reached Legend, if you reach like Veteran Expert Ace, you'll receive lower than that. But all the Legends out there will receive 200k. So I would definitely be ready to get your star piece up and running before you get tap the battle tab, because in that case you will receive 300k dust, which is a lot of dust. That's a lot of dust, so be ready for it. The season will begin with 2 weeks of Great League and Great League Remix, which is of course an old meta, but this time with some new bans. We'll talk all about it and all the other new cups in this post later on in this video in full detail. Also, of course, this whole season I'll be pumping out videos of these new cups, of these new Pokemon, these new moves. So if you end up enjoying this video, want to see more, please consider leaving a like and a subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Anyway, after Great League, we'll have Ultra League and Ultra Remix, Master League Classic, and Little Jungle Cup the 2 weeks after that, from September 27th to October 11th. A Little Jungle Cup, another 500 CP cup with some different restrictions, and we'll have 3 times the Stardust from win rewards, which does not include end of set rewards. That is different than we had this season. This season, or Season 8, we had like just as plain old 2 times dust bonus over win rewards and the end of set rewards. This time it's only for win rewards, which overall is a downgrade compared to what we had, which is unfortunate. But this way, they're trying to incentivize people to actually win instead of just, you know, doing 0-5 sets to get some easy dust. Because even going 0-5 with double dust gives you some good dust. So I guess this is kind of a good thing. Though we'll talk more about that later. Alright, October 11th to October 25th, we'll have Great League. And then starting October 15th, we'll have Halloween Cup, which they're bringing back Halloween Cup. One of my favorite metas, to be honest. Actually, I think Halloween was the first limited cup we ever had, like last year. So I'm very glad they're having it back, or they're getting it back. I really enjoyed this one, and it ends on November 2nd. Ultra League and Ultra Premier Classic will begin on October 25th till November 8th. Ultra Premier Classic, I think, is one that a lot of people wanted, so it's great to see that that's back. Though that is basically a Kingdom meta, so I'm not a fan, but we will see. It's gonna be interesting either way. Anyway, from November 8th till November 22nd, we'll have Master League and Master League Premier Classic, another favorite coming back. Another one I'm not really a fan of, but I think a lot of people are, so let's see it back. And then we have a Player's Choice Cup, which is interesting. I'm curious to see how they're gonna handle that, but it looks like we're gonna be able to choose the format, which will be cool. All right. Anyway, and these 2 weeks will also have 3 times Stardust from win rewards. I like how they're combining the Stardust with like the most expensive leagues, Master League. Though I think Master League is probably less, or at least the classic one is probably less expensive than like an Ultra Premier. Which, by the way, there is no Ultra Premier this season, which is crazy. It's really wild, actually. We have Ultra Premier Classic, no regular Ultra Premier. So, alright, that's interesting. And then from November 22nd to November 29th, we have all 3 leagues, and that's the end of Season 9. Alongside that, we'll get 3 Go Battle days, which are basically just Go Battle nights, which you have the whole day to battle instead of the usual 6 hours we had with Go Battle nights. Really good change. Like usual, we have 20 sets on Go Battle Day, which totals up to 100 battles you can do, and you'll get 4 times Stardust, 4 win rewards during it, which is a downgrade from the plain old 3 times dust bonus we had, which is unfortunate, but this way people can't just go 0-5 off Go Battle Day and rack up a bunch of dust, which is a good thing, I think. However, this does not fix a big issue I think we had this season with the Go Battle Nights, which is that a lot of players, including myself, tanked a lot before Go Battle Night for 2 reasons. One, the queue times suck. If you're like high rated, near leaderboard, on leaderboard, you'll be lucky if you can finish even like 10, 12, 13 sets on Go Battle Night, because the queue times are just that bad. If you're like first page, you can't even finish like 6, 7 sets, just because like sometimes it takes like 1.5 hours to find a set. It's just awful. It is really, really bad. Besides that, tanking also comes with the benefit of finding easier opponents than you're used to, thus more wins, thus more dust. And I don't blame the player for tanking. I mean, I did myself. It's just the way the system is built, it rewards tanking. And I think we need a fix for that. I don't know how, but there needs to be something that incentivizes players to actually stay at high elo. Otherwise, people are just gonna tank. Just the way it is, and they're in their right to do that, because if you wanna maximize your dust, tanking just the way to go. And I think there needs to be something more to incentivize not tanking. That's just my take. Moving right on from the Battle Day Stars rewards to the encounter rewards. The guaranteed rank of encounters look pretty standard. You know, Charizard rank 1, Mienfoo rank 6, Noibat at Veteran, Dino at Expert, and then Pixel Libre at a Legend as always. Pretty standard. Big fan of Dino though. I always like Dino. And it's still in the Expert ranks as well, as you can see, which is really nice. Anyway, starting at rank 1, you can have the chance to encounter Charmeleon, Nidoran, Hypno, Sableye, Gothorita, and Solosis. Personally, big fan of Sableye. Hypno and Nidoran cool too for the excels. These others, I don't know about them, but they're fine. There's probably someone happy with them. Then Mienfoo, of course, still a Go Battle League exclusive. So that's cool, though it is kind of useless, but it's a cool looking Pokemon. Anyway, at rank 11, you can start to get Rhydon, Drifblim, Seismitoad, Brillish, and Litwick. Personally, very happy with Rhydon and Drifblim, because I'm still working on the Excel Rhyperior and Drifblim. And well, these evolutions do give 1 Excel guarantee, which is really nice. Seismitoad, interesting. Brillish, very nice for Jettisoned Excel. And Litwick, garbage. Snorlax, Scraggy, Rufflet starting at rank 16. Very happy with Snorlax because I'm also working on my Excel for that. Same with Scraggy and Rufflet. It's been in there for a while as a Go Battle League exclusive, so still cool to see that. And starting at rank 20, we'll get a legendary reward, which changes in accordance to what the legendary raid boss in a period will be, and I always really enjoy this reward, so I'm glad they're keeping it. Then starting at Veteran, we'll get Noibat, which is Veteran? It is Veteran. Noibat, and then Expert Dino, which is really nice, always like that. Alright, besides that, the avatar items and other rewards. Starting at rank 3, you'll get the Pikachu Libre avatar items. They look like this. They've been around for a while, so if you've already reached rank 3 once, you won't get these again. You already have them. Then, this is the new pose and outfit for this season. It's inspired by Leon, which is a pretty cool dude, man. Inspired by this dude. Look at him, look at him. Unfortunately, no cape. But yeah, this is his outfit. He's cool. It's very blurry as well. But that's him. That's him. Receive his sports glove at Ace. It's Cap at a Veteran. The sport shorts at Expert. And the sport top at Legend. And midway through Season 9, Leon's iconic pose, which I think is pretty cool, will be added as a reward for trainers who reach Legend rank. Which, I don't know. I don't get it, to be honest. I don't get how this works. If I'm already Legend, it will just be added to my count automatically. Or if I reach Legend before the midpoint of the season, will I just not get it? I guess I will just get it, but I don't get how. But anyway, that's cool, I guess. We'll have to wait 1.5 months at least to get this pose. Kind of weird, but alright. We'll see how it works out. Then rank 19, Elite Charge TM and Elite Fast TM at the end of the season. Nice. Alright, now let's get into the juicy stuff. The new cups this season, starting with the Great League Remix, which is not really new, but there are new bans as always. It's just open Great League with the 20 most used mons banned. This case, that's Venusaur, Ninetales, Alola Marowak, Azumarill, Politoed, Armorion, Skarmory, Swampert, Pelipper, Vigoroth, Sableye, Medicham, Altaria, Deoxys Defense, Bastiodon, Scrafty, Jellicent, Goventula, Stunfisk, Talonflame. I should really put a beat under that. That'd be sick. Great League Remix Poker Rap. No, I'm not that good. I'm not gonna try to rap, alright? Anyway, I think these are good bands. These do look like some of the most used Pokemon. Kind of missing like Nidoqueen in here. but it's okay. I think Nidoking will be damn good though. Though with some of the like main dark type bands, like Hypno, I think Hypno will be really good here, unless I'm missing something. But yeah, will be an interesting meta as always. Ultra League Remix, same deal. Top 10 Pokemon banned: Clefable, Alolan, Swampert, Apollyon, Togekiss, Giratina Altered, Cresselia, Talonflame, Melmetal, and Obstagoon. A lot of non-XL Pokemon banned, which I hate to see. You know, Alolan, Swampert, Apollyon, Obstagoon, Togekiss, Melmetal, and the 2 legendaries were basically the most like accessible Pokemon in Ultra League to many players. Unfortunate to see, but there's still some really good options. You know, Champ, Venusaur, Charizard, Lapras, Kingdra. Oh, I hate Kingdra. But yeah, it is a possibility. It's non-XL, so there are more options than last time in Ultra Remix anyways, but we're gonna see how that plays out. Alright, Little Jungle Cup. Alright, again, as always, with Little Cup, 500 CP, a Pokemon Max. Pokemon do not need to be able to evolve to enter, you know, previous Little Cups. It's always been just the first stage evolutions, and they have to be able to evolve. That restriction has been lifted, and basically everything is allowed. Even stuff like Altaria and Stunfisk, which fit the typing restrictions. Anyway, which are normal, grass, electric, poison, ground, flying, bug, and dark. It's a long list. There's a very long list, and the rankings are actually already up in PV Poke, and pretty wild it was. We have Galarian Stunfisk up here, like really. Altaria, a Skarmory. Alright. Wigglytuff, Chansey. This is interesting. You know, I'm honestly not really a fan of the Little Cup format, because it's just a waste of dust usually. But you know, this, if you still need to build an Altaria, why not build one here and then power up later? Same with Skarmory, same with like Wigglytuff, Colony, Stunfisk. That's worth. And the thing is, they're usually pretty cheap. Like you can make a team for this kind of format for 200k dust, 300k dust. You're set. You know, you're set for 2 weeks. And since there's a Stardust bonus, you'll definitely make that back, which is nice. Halloween Cup, one of my favorites from last year actually. Basically Great League with only Poison, Bug, Ghost, Dark, and Fairy type Pokemon allowed. Also, already have some videos on Halloween Cup, so if you want to check those out, those are on their channel. Maybe I'll link some in the description. But yeah, these rankings are also up on PvPoke already. Mandibuzz is really strong. Azumarill's in there. Oh yeah, Azumarill's in there. Last time we did it though, Azumarill wasn't that strong. Azumarill really wasn't that strong because you have a lot of poison types. They are buffed this season. We also have Venusaur in here, right? Wait, is there? There's Venusaur in here, right? Yeah. Why is it so low? I can remember it being pretty good last time. Pretty good. Also, last time, I guess Azumarill's this high this time. Last time, this meta was kind of destroyed by Razor Leafers, especially Shadow Razor Leafers, but they've been nerfed, right? Razor has been nerfed, so maybe it's better this time around, but perhaps we'll see more Azu. Also no XLs last time, so I guess that's also why Azu's up there. But as you can see, there are enough counters. Nidoqueen, Beedrill, Wormadam is pretty good against this. Skuntank, you know, I think Venusaur is still really good. I wouldn't worry too much about Azu. Tentacruel's in here. Oh my god, XL Pawniard? Am I gonna bring my Pawniard back? Ooh, Ultra Galgy? Oh man. Oh, I'm looking forward to this, man. Alright, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, Galvantula also here to counter Azu. This is a fun meta, I think. But we'll see. Next up, the Special Cup Player's Choice, where we will decide which cup will return this season. And what I'm reading here is it has to be a previous cup we've already had, and they'll have a poll on Twitter to determine which cup will be held. These are all the cups we've had. Halloween Cup, Flying Cup, Kanto Cup, well, also Little Cup, skip that one, Catch Cup, Holiday Cup, Love Cup, Retro Cup. Personally, I was a big fan of Retro and Love. Also really liked Halloween, but we're getting that one already. Also Premier Cup, of course. Honestly, maybe we should just vote for Premier because we're not having it this season. Kinda lame though. I guess we'll see closer to where we get there. Honestly, I think Retro, Love, even Holiday, honestly, pretty fun. But yeah, that poll will be held closer towards the date when it's actually held. Now for the even juicier details, new attacks and attack changes. Well, new attacks, we have one old returning move. Weather Ball Normal is now being reunited with Normal Castrum. Now it's 2 Weather Balls, Normal and Rock, which is cool, but at a combat cost. Weather Ball has been slightly nerfed from 60 to 55 damage. Small nerf, but a deserved one, because, you know, some of these Weather Ballers were just so obnoxious especially like Ninetales, Politoed, Abomasnow, Pelipper, I think, a bit too strong, especially in Great League, but also in Ultra League, Ninetales and Politoed, also Abomasnow. Bit too powerful, but there are a couple mons that I don't think deserve the nerf. You know, Hippowdon, Cherrim, Ninetales. Cost for all my Rose. Oh, my beauty. Roserade didn't deserve this nerf. So F's in chat for these Pokemon. That's very unfortunate. And I've been doing some simulations on some very close matchups with the Weather Ballers, and this small nerf does take a slight effect. I'll do a quick dirty analysis right now, but we'll be using this Pokemon in the next couple weeks too, and I'll be going to more detail then, but some quick dirty analysis. You know, one thing I always liked about Ninetales Alolan is that it gets very close to beating Galarian Stunfisk. But like it gets very close in the twos. But now, you know, it won't even be close. I think this will be like a 400 rating, which is just unfortunate because I don't want to see Galarian Stunfisk get even stronger. The same is with a Shadow Abomasnow. You know, one of the main factors that, or one of the main positives from a Shadow Abomasnow was being able to beat a Galarian Stunfisk in the one-shoot. But as you can see, this final Weather Ball does 52 damage. Out of 46 remaining health, so once the nerf is in place, Stunfisk will definitely reach another Rock Slide and will be able to beat Shadow Abomasnow in the one shoot, which is just a bummer. It's just a bummer. Stunfisk getting even stronger. Pelipper as well. Pelipper, as you can see, Weather Ball does 43% damage. In a zero shield, that is barely enough to kill Galarian Stunfisk. Like 73 damage out of 66 health. Pelipper will lose the zero shield versus Stunfisk now, but it shouldn't have effect on the one shield, luckily, and the two shield, because the wing attacks do add up. So that's great at least. Yeah, those are the main discs. Also, Shadow Abomasnow versus Galvantula is another one. You know, I've done a lot of double water lines, and in the two shield, Shadow Abomasnow used to beat Shadow or Galvantula was another one of the positives, main positives for Shadow Abomasnow. But now, you know, it's, what is this, 48 damage out of 48 damage. I mean, it will survive that. It will survive the upcoming Powder Snows as well, I feel like, and get to another lunge. I think that will be IV dependent, but Abomasnow won't be as good of an answer to Galvantula now, which I guess is a good thing for Galvantula. You know, Galvantula has kind of fallen out of the meta. Maybe we'll see a slight comeback. We'll see. Without the Weather Ballers, I think we will, because the problem was Galvantula also always struggled against something like a Politoed. Like, this is a close matchup. If you throw your moves at the proper time, which the sim doesn't, this is a really close matchup. Actually, well, it doesn't really show, but in practice, all right, in practice, trust me, this is a close matchup. This is a very close matchup. Yeah, or it doesn't show in the sim. This is an annoying matchup as Galvantula, and I think now it will have a harder, easier time. Also against like Ninetales, will have an easier time. So that's great. Oh, another thing. I'm just rambling now, but another thing I found, which is very annoying, which I don't like. Again, freaking Stunfisk. I think the biggest winner is freaking Stunfisk, dude. It is annoying. Shadow Ninetales. This is close. If we like maximize this HP, like this is actually very close. This Weather Ball, like it barely doesn't KO. Like it will be able to take one more after the nerf, Weather Ball nerf. It will definitely be able to take one more Fire Spin, I think. We will see. We will see. I hope it doesn't. But this will be like a very close. It will definitely reach a Rock Slide against this thing, and which barely doesn't KO, but it might even reach an Earthquake. And Shadow Ninetales not being able to kill Stunfisk in the one shield is such a bummer. That's bad. That is unfortunate. I think the biggest winner of this is Stunfisk, but also Pokemon like Umbreon. What else? Lickitung. You know, the very tanky Pokemon. Will not take as much damage from the neutral Weather Balls. So I think this nerf does come with some downsides, but we're just gonna have to see. This was a long rant though. This was a long rant. I won't talk more about it. We're just gonna have to figure it out and see how much it affects everything. Next up, we have some pretty minor changes. A Crunch will have a chance to lower the opponent's defense. You know, that's interesting, but honestly, I guess it will only be like a 10% chance, so it rarely will happen. I really hate this though. I don't like these chance to buff moves. They're stupid in my opinion. I know the main games have RNG, but I just don't think it fits Pogo. But it is what it is. We're getting more and more now, so we're gonna have to live with it. Then Zap Cannon, which is an 80 energy move, by the way. Really strong move. We have a guaranteed chance to, or just guaranteed to lower the opposing Pokemon's attack. That's cool. That's cool. No, maybe Porygon will be useful now. Maybe Zap Cannon, Regirock will be useful now. We'll see. It's interesting. Interesting. Scald. We'll get an energy decrease and a chance to lower the opponent's attack. Lame. Again, another chance debuff move, but it is what it is. I like that they're decreasing the energy cost. We did just have a community day in which Vaporeon can have access to Scald. Also, Poliwrath will have access to Scald. And we also have Politoed, which has access to Scald. Or Poliwhirl, which has access to Scald. I will show you right here. But those are all the Pokemon that have access to Scald. This plus Poliwrath. Will this make a difference? I don't know. We're really gonna have to see what the stats will be. You know, currently Scald is a 80 damage move for 80 damage move for 60 energy. And just for reference, Hydro Cannon is also an 80 damage move for 40 energy. So this is just way worse than Hydro Cannon. I don't think they're gonna make it a Hydro Cannon clone, because that'd be ridiculous. Because then it's Hydro Cannon with a debuff effect. I think at max it will be a 45 energy move, which would make it really good. But it's probably 50 or 55. I was to guess probably 50 energy, which would make it quite a decent move. Quite a decent move. But I don't think it will make like Vaporeon better. It already is Aqua Tail as a very good bait move, or like very quick move to get to, and then last resort is coverage. Poliwhirl, I think, doesn't benefit much from having a water move. It has Mud Bomb, it's just a consistent quick move, and then it can have return as a nuke. I think that's the move set we run on Poliwhirl, but maybe if Scald is really good, it will be usable. And Poliwrath, it's the same deal. I don't think a water move on Poliwrath is that interesting, because we already have Ice Punch, Dynamic Punch, which is really good coverage. I don't think a water move will add much to that, but we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Feather Dance is getting an energy cost increase. Great. You know, Pidgeot is coming back, and I think the current energy Feather Dance is at, it's just a bit too broken. So getting a slight increase in energy cost, I think is a good change. Alright, Mega Horn, getting a good buff, 10% buff, really good actually. That will definitely help Heracross and Escavalier mainly. With their nuking potential. Because bug types, I was really hoping for more bug type buffs actually in this update, because bug types is rarely used. So seeing one is at least nice. This will help Escavalier a bunch, now being able to just straight up nuke everything, which is cool. Then, new attacks added to Pokemon. Nidoking will have a Centum, which honestly, it's still worse than Nidoqueen. Poison Jab, Poison Fang is just way better than the moveset Nidoking has. Again, Poliwrath it's called. Don't think it's that interesting. Heracross with Rock Blast is interesting. Rock Blast is a pretty weak move though, but it is cheap. It is cheap. And maybe it will give Heracross a chance against some flyers, like a Talonflame for example. Rock Blast actually hits quite hard on it. Then we have Manectric with Thunderfang and Overheat. Again, interesting, but Manectric, pretty weak stats. Pretty weak stats. Already has access to Snarl as well. I think Manectric might be an interesting, like, I don't know, like a very interesting, like very fast charging nuking Pokemon with Snarl, Overheat, and Wild Charge. I think that would be cool. I don't think Thunderfang really helps it, but Overheat is very cool as some coverage versus the grass type. So maybe it will have some use in a limited meta in the future. Then we already talked about normal form, grass form. Yeah, after NERF, this thing won't be usable in Open Grey League. I think it will be quite bad, but maybe in a limited meta it will be good. And then, I think this is the biggest winner of it all, Cofagrigus with Shadow Claw, alright, is really good in Great League, alright? In Great League, it gains so many wins. If you look at the current moveset, Stoner, Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, also has access to Psychic, but I think probably want Dark Pulse on it. Wins 20% of matchups. Now, with Shadow Claw. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. 73.2% is damn good. It has really good stats for Ghost type especially, and it has some really good matchups. I'll be running this on the first day of release, and I'll post a video like right after. So we're gonna do some more deep dive into this, but I think it's a good Pokemon. The thing is though, it's a Ghost type that absolutely gets walled by normal types and dark types. Nothing you can do, which is not great. It's very tanky, but it will also be very hard countery. Like you either hard counter something, or you just get straight up walled by dark types, which is not a great attribute to have. So even though it has a high win rate, I don't think it will be that amazing, because you might just run into a dark type and you're dead. You just get farmed down basically. It's not great. It's the same case in Ultra League, by the way. Like a level 50 Cofagrigus in Ultra League, 76.8 rating, percent win rate, really good, really good. So yeah, biggest winner of it all for sure. I know I went through all this quite quickly, but I'll try this all out in Great League, and we'll talk about them in more detail in future videos. Anyway, that was it for the update. I hope this was useful to you. See you later.